Friday broadcast where I get the opportunity to celebrate you as the fierce, intentional, resilient, and empowered woman that you are. Friday is the only day of the week that's named after a goddess. It is the day of the week that we can come together and truly honor the divine feminine. And together as women, we can tap into our feminine fire so that we can overcome our pain, our trauma, and our disappointments so that we can maximize our potential and live a fierce and phenomenal life. Today, let's talk about taking risk. You know, we don't want to take risks because just the word risk sounds like a risk. Okay, it sounds like something that's going to be painful, it's going to hurt, it's going to be something we're going to fail at, so we can't take risks. But I want to break risk down to a really simple process for you. When you were a baby and you were learning how to walk, it was a risk to stand up because you would fall down. It was a risk to start moving around because you might bump yourself on the corner of a coffee table. It was a risk for you to move around as a small child. But you didn't know what risks were. All you knew is that you had a goal to get up and walk. You had a goal to move from one side of the room to the other side of the room, and you knew that you had to take a risk. So you got up and took the risk because the risk of falling down were not as great as the goal of actually being able to walk and move over to the other side of the room. Then you decided you wanted to run. So you got up and you started running so you could get there a whole lot quicker. As adults, we don't want to take risks because we're afraid that we're going to fall down. And we're afraid that if we get back up, we might fall again. So we stop taking the risks that are necessary in order for us to get to the goal that we have for our own life. Without risk, you're never going to get where you're trying to go. As women, we took a big risk, most of us, to have a baby. We put our whole life on the line because having a baby is a big physical risk. You could die in childbirth. You could die and a child could die. It is a total risk to put something like having a baby into your experience. But you did it. Those of you that have had children, you brought a life form into the world. Okay, so it was a risk just to put your body on the line in order to have a baby. But we're afraid to take the risk in order for us to amass the dream that we have for our life. And whatever the dream it is that we have for our life, we're more afraid of people judging us than we are afraid of giving up our own life to have a baby. So that doesn't make a whole lot of sense when we think of it in a simplistic term. But taking risks is how you get to the next level. You are here to take risks. Risks are an opportunity to take advantage of your own power to move into something new. A risk is an exploration. It is a discovery process. So taking risks is all about going back into a discovery mode and learning from the discovery that you're taking. And when you took that risk, it didn't work out. It just means that you got to get back up so that you can learn how to walk. And you're going to take all of the knowledge that you learned on how to get up and balance yourself, like when you were a small baby. You learn how to balance yourself so that you could put one foot in front of the other one, and then you could begin to walk. And the next thing you know, it was so easy, and you were so confident about walking that you began to start running. So you want to be able to take those risks, which just basically means getting up, discovering that you can move forward, and then if you fall, you can get back up and keep moving. Because as long as you're keeping moving, you're going to continue to be consistent. The consistency is going to breed competence, and from the competence, you're going to have the confidence, and then at the end of it all, you're going to wind up having the very success that you wanted to accomplish or amass in your life. I have helped countless women learn how to take the risk to dream again. And I want to share with you how you can take the risk to dream again too. And I share these feminine empowerment secrets for free in my private Facebook group called the Dare to Be Fierce Feminine Masterclass, where you can join me there for more feminine empowerment secrets, where I go deeper so that you can learn how to manifest the things that you want in your life too. So just go to daretobefierce.com. That's daretobefierce.com, and that will drop you right back into the private Facebook group, and I look forward to seeing you there. So until next week for the next episode of Fierce Feminine Fridays, I look forward to seeing you then, and until then, love and fire.